Ah, boy, boy,
Mike. Yes. Yes. 1 2. Yeah. Yeah. 1 2. Mike test.
Hello, it's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. What a way to be back here at this very atmosphere. The Independence Stadium at Bakau is live again. We are broadcasting live on the WAFU Facebook page and of course YouTube to bring you live ball by ball commentary on the special CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers hosted by WAFU Zone A Gambia 2026. First match seen earlier on between Malian Ufas and of course Senegalese Angels Medina, with 3 points heading Mali's way. This is the second fixture between Berewuleng of the Gambia and of course they are taking on AS Bolonta of Sierra Leone as both teams head their way to the commencement of proceedings ahead of the kickoff. I am your match commentator Amadou Oba and I'll be flanked by Amadou Tamba here at the Independence Stadium in Bakau.
Thank you. Start of pre-match formalities for the second and final match tonight between the Gambian champions Berewuleng and AS here at the Independence Stadium. white socks for that matter. Lines, counter on our right side.
And there's the match day photos going on. Berewuleng will be playing from our left hand side on your screen with their official traditional white jersey. And of course, AS Bolonta will be playing from our right, just as officials have a word with both captains from either sides. It's going to be a very interesting encounter between these two sides. We've already seen a winner in this group match on match day 1 with kickoff between Ufas and of course Angels Medina. The Malian team getting advantage in their first kickoff of this campaign. Berewuleng have done series of preparations, champions of the Gambia Football Federation's First Division League for women, looking very much motivated, having the support of the communities across West Coast and the Gambia by large. And what a way to reopen the Independent Stadium for Fake Basen and his technical side. Now they are switching position. Berewuleng will now be playing from our right on your screen with their traditional white in black jersey. And of course, AS Bolonta will be playing from the left. Amadou Tamba, good afternoon and welcome to the Independent Stadium. The feeling is different, isn't it?
Absolutely different, knowing that some 2-3 years ago or so, we were not sitting where we are seated at the moment. But it's a different feeling, different environment, absolutely colorful with the Gambian flag of red, white, blue, white, green. And the sitting arrangements and everything here, absolutely wonderful. And the playing surface looks so good. We watched the first game and the ball has been absolutely running smoothly on the turf. So, exciting one. Interesting one to see. Berewuleng against AS Bolonta. Bere playing in front of their home fans. They really had a very good tournament in Senegal. Here they are in front of their own fans.
And the likes of Sarah Jaju will be the one to execute the kickoff for Berewuleng side. Sarah Jaju had a very fantastic season in the GFF Women's First Division League. They were champions in 2021. Berewuleng side, of course, had series of engagements across the continent with some of these few players. We will take a look at the start list in a moment. But for now, a reminder that this is the second fixture of the day. Berewuleng taking on AS Bolonta. As we wait on just a minute or under 8 for kickoff. The start list goes like this. For Berewuleng, we have Deminga Mendy on goal post. He's the captain, of course. And also we have Abe Sambu, number 4. Kade Sanyang, number 5. Mafanta Drame, number 7. Alongside Ellen Gomez, number 8. Sarah Jaju, number 9 for Berewuleng. Khadijatu Drame, number 12. Rebecca Mendy, number 14. And of course, Marie Pera, number 17 for Berewuleng, alongside Astu Jabang, number 24, and Isa Kals, number 14. There goes the kickoff from Berewuleng's side. Quickly taken by Bolonta's goalkeeper. Talking about Bolonta, their starting 11 goes like this. Isa Conte on goal post. Mariama Jallo, number 2, alongside, of course, Rashida 2, Mumuni, number 3. We also have Mariama Suma, number 9 for AS Bolonta. Maman Sata, number 11. Husseina Tu Jallo, number 12. Umu Hawa Balde, the captain, number 13. Kulako Kamara, number 14. Mariama Sulima, number 15. And Sekina Ambali, goalkeeper. Kadi Sedibe, number 17. Khadijatu Imoru, number 18. Aminatu Ture, number 19. Aisatu Jallo, 20. And Awawu Shitu, number 21. Our match officials this afternoon on this match day as follows. Referee is Alima Jara from Mali. We have she's assisted by Mariam Shedad from Mauritania and Marisa Goncalves Montero from Cape Verde. And of course, the referee reserve is Ida C from Senegal, whereas we have General Coordinator Semindir Sek from Senegal. Technical Study Group led by Aminata Sedogodou from Mali. Commercial Officer is Mamadou Jallo from Mali, and Media Officer is our own Mamadou Ba from the Gambia. A free kick for AS Bolonta. Not sure how much Berewuleng have done their homework regarding this team. The last time I spoke to Coach Fakeba saying was that it was hard to get highlights or videos of this AS Bolonta side. Study them better, but here they are facing them. A set piece gone short from AS Bolonta. It's deflected for a corner. Great play from Rasida to Muamuni for AS Bolonta. It's going to be the first defending task for Berewuleng. Quite uneasy to identify the numbers from this Berewuleng side, but the corner comes in now. Headed away. We'll try our best to ensure the names are gotten right. Another throw to Bolonta. Still for Rashidatu. What an ambience it is to see also the National Scorpions Fans Club giving enough support to this Berewuleng side representing the Gambia. Better on the defense. This is Sarah on the far wing. Defended there well by Bolonta's defender, left back. Back to Rashida too. Berewuleng struggling to get out of their own centre half. Eventually they get a foul. Advantage to Captain Diminga and team. Defender there. Mariam Jallo. It's a player for Bolonta. Bolonta now playing quick to the far left again. This time around it goes to Maman Sata on that far left. Maman Sata with the cross. Defended well. Another second ball. This time went far and wide. Too poor for the midfielder Kulako Kamara. Diminga plays quick to our defensive partner. Finds Sarah Jaju. Sarah has to be careful. Defended there again by Bolonta's number 2, Mariam Jallo. It's going to be Beres through. Quickly taken by Satu. Sarah wins another throw. As a calls for Berewuleng. As a kills for Berewuleng with another throw again, getting closer to that penalty box. Played short to Sarah. Berewuleng has a chance now. But again, a very defiant Rishada too. He's been played. And a cross comes in inside the box. Aisha Mariam this time around. Jallo for Bolonta. Finds support. Khadija to Imoro is brought down. And Bere concedes a foul. Advantage to AS Bolonta. To be taken by Mariam Jallo. Plays a long ball. We've played barely 5 minutes in this encounter. This is Bolonta's number 15, Mariam Sumatu. The midfielder to play quick. She does. Very on defensive duty again. Eventually getting a foul at their own advantage. Ball went wide. Sarah Jaju is the target, but too strong for the left wing, who has had a fantastic season. This 2025-2026 GFF First Division Women's League campaign for Berewuleng. Also played for the Gambia National Under-20. So many players from this Bere side still to play is Aisha. And now to Sarah. Another defensive brilliance from Mariama Jallo to give Berewuleng Aisha Carls to take the throw. Aisha again. It's going to be interesting to see how this first half turns out for both teams who are very much into this game. Bolonta on defensive duty. This is Sarah, unable to get the communication link to find the support she needed. Mariam Jallo on defensive duty again for Bolonta. She's been solid from behind. Head coach Fakeba saying, shouting at the top of his voice, this is a chance for Berewuleng. The closest they've got so far. And Sarah was very aware of that incoming ball. But again, goalkeeping brilliance there from the AS Bolonta goalkeeper to be aware technically and know what was coming her way. Sakina Ambali with a save for AS Bolonta. Ambali is the first choice goalkeeper for Bolonta ahead of Isa Conte. Experienced goalkeeper will now be focused on this incoming free kick for Berewuleng. This time it's the left-footed defender looking for Mariama Chan. Set piece for Sarah, onside, went on and on with the goalkeeper, and again, what a great save from Sakina Ambali, but it came at a price, at a huge cost. That was a hurting ball from Sarah Jaju. The second chance is had for this Berewuleng side. What a chance it is for Sarah. And of course, you've seen earlier on again, few movements between those forwards for Fakeba saying, I'm sure they have to make some change in the shirts they're wearing. They have to wait a little bit. Fakeba saying having a word with his center forwards. Amongst them is of course Mafanta Drame. Yeah, and it's going to be fair play. For AS Bolonta. Ball played quickly. We've played 9 minutes towards the 10th. It's another free kick. This time it goes Berewuleng's way. Advantage to Berewuleng. You know, getting the momentum, getting into the pace of the game. After being on the defensive side in the first, second and third minutes of this match. Beginning to gel. The midfield now is Bolonta's Mariama Jallo. He clears it away. Bolonta's defender Jallo. It's Aisha to Sarah, but intercepted there by Kulako as well is getting. It's another throw for Aisha. She's been super busy from this left wing. Gets to Sarah. Back to Aisha. It's a center long ball. The intended woman was Mariama Balde. Excuse me. Yeah, Ellen Gomez, you could see what they're trying to do to play the ball short. This Berewuleng side showing that they're able to get the tempo under control. But so far, Isa Kells have been the busiest woman on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. She has because it's really not going to be an easy game being on the Berewuleng side, being on the AS Bolonta side, and as well the central referee for the evening today. So it's really a tough one, and we see how this one goes. As both sides will definitely be looking forward to getting the maximum points here going into the final game.
Khadija to Drame's free kick for Berewuleng. See, Mafanta Drame is not far. Isa as well is not far from her. It's a two-woman wall for Sakina Ambali. It's going to be interesting to see. The last time we spoke to Sarah Jaju saying, of course he will score goals, he will score a brace. He's not sure about a hat-trick could be or more, but she definitely wants to score. Khadija Tu's free kick. Drame went direct. Poorly this time. Not targeting the players.
Yeah, he should have put it into the box rather than trying to cut the goalkeeper unaware on the force post. And it was off target there. I think dinking it into the penalty area. They have good players in the air. Sarah is good in the air. Mafanta is good in the air. Ilan is good in the air. So try to target either of those.
Throwing goes Bolonta's advantage. We're taking the players down. Referee is not interested. Aisha is the player down. She is claiming for a foul. But it was because Jalo has been the player. She is blaming for Aisha to Jalo for that foul. But the throw is enough for the central referee. Another defensive duty this time. So far, we've had more action proximity-wise closer to us than at the far end. Poor throw from Aisha. Too hesitant. Well defended there. Again on defensive duty. Teamwork from Khadija to Drame. Now this is Maria Masuma. Well played there again from Khadija to Imuru. The flag is up from Imuru's pass. Went straight for an offside on Maman Sata. She's had 2 clear chances already in this game. Looks to be a very promising left wing. Maman Sata again for AS Bolonta. Brilliant. From that left side, that has been their strength so far. This Bolonta side. Bere needs to be organized defensively again. The cross comes into the box. Headed but not enough. Jalo. And another clearance opportunity from Bere. And it will be safe for Diminga, the captain. But that was very close again for Bolonta.
They need to deal with the aerial balls coming into the penalty area. Mariama, of course, Sanyang and the pair in the central defense there. That is, of course, Sanyang and Jabang really have to be very aware with the aerial balls floated from either the right wing or the left wing, because this AS Bolonta side is really a very good team. And you look at the way they're playing, 1-2 in the middle, spread it onto the right side or left side and try to cross into the penalty area. And they're coming close. So that is what Berewuleng needs to stop.
A foul again being claimed by Sarah, but it's not enough, says the official. That was an arm rather than a push. But Kadi Sanyang sends it for a throw into the quarter-hour mark here at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. A reminder that this is the CAF Champions League qualifiers here at the Independence Stadium. The second match fixture for the match day between Berewuleng and, of course, AS Bolonta at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. It is Berewuleng's free kick to be taken by Sanyang. Sanyang gives it up for her defensive partner. As to Jabang. As to Jabang for Berewuleng. Sends it long. Jalo with the header. Aisha Plays it blindly. And now Bolonta on the counter. They have someone there. Suma. Plays it wide to Jalo. But Aisha has the defensive duty. Jalo passes Aisha. And it's Jalo's now for AS Bolonta. Defensive tactic there from Sanyang. Well defended there. But Aisha went too quick on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Going in onto the ground, you need to absolutely have a perfect timing to get the ball. In these situations, if you miss the ball and get the opponent, that is also, of course, going to be a yellow card. And if she gets past you, she would have put in a dangerous cross. And that's exactly what happened. The cross in, very vital interception there from Kadi Sanyang.
Aisha to Jalo has been another busy woman for this AS Bolonta side. Quickly throws it, gets the corner. But then Mariam Suma was too ambitious and the strike went wide for a goal kick to Diminga. Organizing her team before she plays it. Dawn to Sanyang. Rebecca Mendy on the other side of Berewuleng. Umacham on the preso. Sarah now. Jaju looking for options on that far right. Sarah Jaju, brilliant. She's all alone. She goes solo. Sarah Jaju. And the header comes in from Bere's perspective. It went straight to the goalkeeper. Sekina Ambali again to the rescue. But what a brilliant performance from Sarah Jaju on the far right. That was another opportunity for the Gambian team.
Yeah, Sarah is a very good player, very pacey, very good on the ball, can beat past opponent, can try to pick out either the bottom or the top corner, and can try to pick out teammates as well. And very good walk down the right, lifted across into the penalty area. I think the player who gets his head onto that one, it seems Mafanta, needed not to be in a haste. Take your time, the ball will drop, and use the right foot to smash it home.
Mafanta, too hesitant, went direct straight to the goalkeeper. Sekina has been busy at the receiving end for AS Bolonta side. It's a free kick going Bolonta's way. The captain wants it. Umuhawa Balde. But they opted to go forward. Mariam Jalo. Jalo for Bolonta. Go strikes. She's looking for that space.
They need to be very careful of her. Aisha Tujalo, very dangerous player, very pacey, quick, and has a very powerful right foot. And they need to be very careful.
Very careful with Aisha Jalo and Mariam Suma. Jalo again. Now playing wide. This is another opportunity, another strike again. Now it hits the bar. And Sanyang has the second time it's been done. This time around, it is of course Rebecca Mendy clearing it away, and you could see apologizing to our goalkeeper. But the warnings are coming. Berewuleng needs to be organized behind Tom.
Once they push forward and able to get something meaningful, it boosts their confidence that, come on, we can go on and get something here. And that is exactly what is happening. They had one or two shots over the bar, and that one hitting the foot of the post absolutely is an exciting moment for AS Bolonta.
Now they're getting more balls into the box. Berewuleng needs to be super organized behind, with the likes of Rebecca Mendy, Kadi Sanyang, Aisatu Jabang, and Aisa Kels all going behind that ball. They support Abisambu, Khadijatu Drame as well supporting. They're still trying to defend their own box. Cleared again. This time, Astu Jabang. Yes, Bolonta enjoying the moment in that position. Khadijatu Imuru concedes a throw to the relief of Berewuleng. They play quick. Looking for Sarah. Get another throw. Rebecca Mendy plays it close to that line. This time around they concede, and it goes AS Bolonta's way. We played 20 minutes already in this first half. It's the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. Wafu Zone A in Banjul, the Gambia. This is match day 1. First match seen Wufas winning Angels Medina by 1-0. And this is the second fixture of the match day. With Berewuleng, the host nation, taking on AS Bolonta. Defensive error. corrected. Dominga to the rescue, launches a long ball. The captain Umu under pressure now. She opts for her goalkeeper, plays it back. The goalkeeper is under pressure. Sarah, look at that technical brilliance.
Yeah, she attempted to control that one, but the clearance from the goalkeeper onto her foot, very strong clearance, and the ball returning back to the goalkeeper. If Sarah was able to control that one, it could have been 1-0 because she's that clinical.
Absolutely. And now Jalo for AS Bolonta. Aisha plays it to the middle to find support. Manfanta under pressure. Bolonta playing to Jalo, is onside. Defensive error there. And now Bolonta, Mariama Jalo versus Dominga. And what a brilliant save from Dominga. Look at that. That is a captain save. Magnetic gloves from Dominga.
World class save. If it is in a normal league where you have to play 10, 15, 20 games, that is what you call goalkeepers earning you points. That will be very vital at the end of the season. But that save might be the save that Berewuleng needs to get out of this group, to go on to play the semi-finals, to go on to play the final and win this tournament. But that from Dominga was an absolute world-class save.
Absolutely. Absolute beauty from Captain Dominga. The signs have been there. Defensive error corrected again. This time from Dominga, the captain herself. And you could say what it meant, not just to her, but to the crowd. Sarah Jaju for Berewuleng. She's going solo again and gets a foul at a very advantageous position. She can do all that.
Yes, she's absolutely a very hard-working player. She started as a central striker and sees that the supply is not been coming to her from the midfield. So she opens up to the right side to be able to get the balls and run at defenders. She did that once, plays across into the penalty area. Mafanta headed straight to the keeper. That's the second one, and the free kick. And all Berewuleng need to do now, they're having it very difficult to connect to the strikers. All they needed to do, get somebody to get onto the ball, try to beat on players, get free kicks on the edge of the area. Pereira is a very dangerous player when it comes to set pieces.
Pereira, the player to take the set piece, left-footed. It comes into the box, headed by the captain. Deflection. Bere now have to be careful. There are only 3 defenders behind that one. And now it is Sumo again going on the counter. Maman Sata. Defender there. Kadisanying.
Since watching a couple of years ago, thinks he's one of the most improved defenders in the Gambian league. Kadisanyang. Absolutely a very brilliant defender. Her timing, her game reading, top notch.
You could say that with the way she's been communicating with the goalkeeper. Dominga to another save again. This time around, Jalo was waiting just behind her. But she seems to be very aware of her own zone, her territory, and her surrounding. Another opportunity. Sarah is going again, giving trouble to this AS Bolonta's defense. Sarah looking for a foul. A pass is all she could have done earlier. With Khadija Tuoma Fanta running forward. But she had very minimal support, Sarah Jaju. But she only need too much bodies perhaps up front there to support her.
I think the delivery lacks the power. If she has played it with power, I think either of the defender or the Berewuleng player on the left side would be able to get to the end of that one, and it would have been a simple tap-in, but it was very easy for the keeper.
Goalkeeper Ambali needs to be extra careful as well on the other side for AS Bolonta. It's been the second time she's making such errors and could be costly. Well, it's been an end-to-end watch here at the Independence Stadium. This is the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. Wafu Zone A, hosted by the Gambia, between Berewuleng and, of course, AS Bolonta. It's hydration break. Water break so far. We've not seen a goal, but we've seen chances. We've seen brilliance, both offensively and defensively, and both coaches will take a moment or this opportunity to pass on further instructions. Coach Fakeba saying on the touchline alongside Coach Ibrahima Suri Aminata Bangura is the coach for AS Bolonta. Amadou, so far your take on the first 25 minutes before the hydration break?
Yeah, I think it's a very good half. AS Bolonta seeing most of the ball. They're very confident. They build up from defense to midfield to attack very good. They have two brilliant players on the right and left wing. That is, of course, Aissatou Jallo, a very brilliant player. So comfortable on the ball. And also on the left side, they have Maman Sata Fansina Duno, a very good player on the left as well. So they're trying to get the ball quickly to them so that they can try to make something happen. And also they're taking shots outside the penalty area because they believe they can be able to get something outside the area. Most of the time they will tell you when the game starts, 10, 15, 20 minutes, try to know the strength of the keeper. And that is exactly what AS Bolonta are trying to know. They need to, they want to know the strength of Dominga and her weakness to be able to counter that and get a goal. For Berewuleng, they're playing very well defensively, but the connection from midfield to the striking department, it's exactly what is missing. They need to get the likes of Abi click. They need to get Mafanta Drame click up front. They need to get Mari Pereira click to be able to pass and connect with the likes of Ellen Gomez, the likes of Sarah Jaju and Mafanta Drame leading the attack for Berewuleng. Once they're able to get that one, I think they will be able to get the chances and they will be able to take them because they've been taking chances in the league. This is a different competition, but these players are absolutely very good. They've been here last season. They've earned a lot of experience and they want to put it into good use this time around. So, and also one of their strength is trying to get the free kicks on the outside of the penalty area. If they can get a very good free kick, well positioned on either the edge of the penalty area or around the D, I think Mary Pereira can make it count because she has a very, very brilliant left foot.
Great summary there by Amadou Tamba, just recently returned from the WAFCON games in Morocco. He's one of the Gambian media journalists proudly representing our nation. It's my match summarizer this afternoon. It's AS Bolonta nil, Berewuleng nil. Berewuleng concedes another corner. Have to be careful with these set pieces. Jallo will be the one to take the corner for AS Bolonta. Jallo straight into Dominga with a punch. Second ball back to Jallo again. Brings it back. He seems to be very accurate, but this time it went out of play and a goal kick to the relief of Berewuleng.
They're not getting done yet with these aerial balls. They're still sticking to that. Try to play it out wide, lift it into the penalty area. Try to get something out of it. Still, they have not gotten anything meaningful, but they are not relenting. They're still trying to put in crosses.
Sarah Jaju playing wide now from that right side. He's looking for those balls. Says one that is always hungry for the balls. He couldn't wait for them. Ball played quick. Switch play to this left side. Has Hussein to Jallo for AS Bolonta. A throw for Hussein to Aisha to Jallo. Hussein to cross into the box. Sanyang's cross headed away but still not safe. AS Bolonta pressing. Hussein again. Intercepted there. Back to Aisha for Berewuleng. Khadijatu running wide. Sarah Jaju sprinting for that ball. Now playing from the left. She's been everywhere.
Yeah, a very hungry player. Very, very hungry player. Has the speed, has the stamina to just go on and on and on from the first to the final whistle. And with her hard work up top, if she gets the service, I think she can make the difference.
Jallo for AS Bolonta. Jallo into the box. Jallo crosses. And it's too much for her counterpart Maman Sata. But Maman Sata gets it anyway. Maman Sata for AS Bolonta. Gets support again through Khadijatu Imoru. Imoru unable to pass through. A very solid defense from this better side. They concede a corner. And Imoru is down.
They're defending well still, but AS Bolonta have absolutely had the edge in this game. Very good on possession, so confident, fine passing game that they're playing here, and really giving Berewuleng tough time in this first half.
When he spoke to head coach Fakeba Sen Amadou, the only challenge according to him was not knowing AS Bolonta enough. And we'll come to that. A corner for AS Bolonta. Goal shot. Cleared by Sanyang. You could say calling on her colleagues to move out and ensure that they're positioning well. But AS Bolonta's Rashida to Muamuni is down, but she's back on her feet. Yeah, like we said, one of the challenges a coach will always have is not knowing your team well enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a difficult one because every coach will want to prepare your team very well. Look at the opponent. What is their strength? What is their weakness? To prepare your team against that as well. But if you have no information, no clue against the opponent, it's very, very difficult. And I know AS Bolonta will not have a problem finding out Berewuleng's strength and weakness because Bere's videos in the Gambian League is out there. Bere's videos in the last CAF Champions League qualifiers is out there. So it's easier for them to work on the opponents rather than Berewuleng.
Quite interesting to know what both coaches will say on post-match press conference. Ibrahima Aminata Bangura is the head coach for AS Bolonta. So he pretty much knows Berewuleng. It's the second time Aisha is making such a tackle. Again, she gets a yellow card this time. And she has to be extra careful. This is going to be Aissatou Jallo's set piece this time for AS Bolonta. Now you could see what Coach Fakeba Sen is trying to do. Sarah to go on defensive duty because she has the height, she has the strength, the stamina to go up and also defend. Dominga is comfortable with her wall and Jallo when shot hits the crossbar and Dominga to the rescue again. Who saw that coming?
I told you earlier on that this Aissatou Jallo is a brilliant player for this AS Bolonta side. And of course the aerial balls is really finding it very difficult to deal with for Berewuleng. But Dominga Mendy, absolutely good timing. She was in a position to ensure that the ball does not just drip below the crossbar and into the back of the net. Got it covered. The ball crashed up the crossbar, drops into the ground. She moved to her left, good timing, with her eyes peeled on the ball and absolutely dived to her left low to pick up that ball. Good timing from the keeper, good game reading. Absolutely, she's on top form to ensure that this game stays at 0-0.
Quite agree. We spoke to her and say during her, of course, deliberations in her own local dialect, Manjago dialect, saying the confidence is there, is in the camp, is in the players, and for the fact that they're playing at home for the first time, you know, it gives them so much joy to hear the news of the Independence Stadium reopening. And what a way for them to be the first team, Gambian team, to reopen this Independence Stadium. That could be an additional boost for her and her team. And I think so far that is really showing up here at the Independence Stadium.
Absolutely, it is. They're really playing very well. The surface is good. The ball is absolutely moving like every player will expect it to move. And they're really, really enjoying playing at the Independence Stadium. But in the first half, it's been difficult for them.
Jallo again on that left side. Now Aisha just has to be careful not to go on the ground because she's on a yellow card. Mariama Suma is the striker against Aisha. Suma defending that ball, looking for options. There's support coming her way. Mam Sata. It's a goal kick. What a way to defend from Aisha this time around. Knowing that she concedes a yellow card.
Take your time, don't go to the ground. The striker has already protected the ball. She's not going anywhere and not into the most dangerous zone. That is your goal. So seal, let her be. And the teammate came out to help her, just poking the ball against the player and goal kick.
Absolutely. Just covering her post and then gets the throw. He played 34 minutes and counting. It's AS Bolonta nil, Berewuleng nil. This is the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. Wafu Zone A, hosted by the Gambia. Play continues. I think it's Rebecca Mendy with a throw, looking for Sarah. She's still playing from the right wing, allowing Manfanta, excuse me, and of course Ellen Gomez to switch positions. What a pass through the middle. Now Chu, there's no support. Manfanta was far and wide to give goalkeeper Sakina Ambali to look for options. Launches a long ball to Mariama Suma to find support on that left wing. You could see Muamuni requesting for that ball. Back to Jalo again. This time Aisa to Jalo on that left wing. Jalo going too easily on the ground. Referee is not interested. And a save from Dimenga. Could have been a simulation.
Yeah, absolutely it is, because Rebecca stays on her ground and not let in the player trick him to putting in a tackle inside the penalty area, and that would have been very dangerous for Berewuleng. But piece of defensive work from Jabang, really a very, very wonderful piece of defending, and yeah, Jalo looking for a penalty. Referee had none of that.
Referee was very close by. Our official or central referee this afternoon is of course Alima Jara from Mali, and she is assisted by Mariam Shedad from Mauritania and Marisa Goncalves Monteiro from Cape Verde, whereas the fourth official is Ida C from Senegal. AS Bolonta again going forward, easy for Dimenga. Bere have had a fantastic season to get to this level and represent the Gambia deservedly.
Yeah, absolutely, they deserve it. I think from the tournament in Senegal a year ago, they looked at it. Dangerous one.
A dangerous one for AS Bolonta, and what a way to come to the rescue, Sakina Mbali. That was the second time they've doing such mistakes or making such mistakes, and you don't do that mistake with Sarah.
This should not be done, I was about to say, as a central defender and the goalkeeper. But absolutely good that they recovered that one quickly. And it's unfortunate for Berewuleng to be able to get themselves the first goal in this game. As I was saying earlier on, I think they deserve to get here. I think what really pumped and motivated them in this year's First Division Women's League in the Gambia was the fact that they went to Senegal, played in their first WAFU A CAF Champions League qualifiers, really did so well. Sarah Jaju finishing as the top scorer and won 2 Woman of the Match awards. Berewuleng coming home with a bronze medal. They were like, oh, this is good for us. We have to come back next year. And with the earlier news that it could be in the Gambia, they were like, if we win it and playing in front of our home fans, that will absolutely be very good. And they went all the way to winning the league title and being here. They really deserve it, as you said earlier on.
Absolutely, and kudos to the WAFU team for hosting it in the Gambia, and of course for such an organization. It's been incredible hard work behind the scenes to get us where we are today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The work has been done, and a very good one. And we've seen the first game. We are witnessing the second game. The competition is really very good. And I am always proud to say this. The competition level, the awareness, the technical ability, and the performance of most of these players is absolutely exceptional. And women's football on the continent is in another level.
It is. There can be no better person to say that than yourself, who actually witnessed that spectacular tournament in Morocco just recently. Top increment in terms of quality, in terms of competitiveness. Long ball from Dimenga. Sarah going solo again. There's support behind her, but she wants to go. She wants to force it into the box. Sarah Judge with a cross. And Bali to the rescue again. And it goes for a corner.
Sarah is just an intelligent striker. When the ball was floated from the goalkeeper, she knew if she goes in there, it will be difficult to get it from the defender. Just retreat, took 1-2 steps back and allowed the defender to drop it for her. Picked up the ball, turned, burst into the penalty area, hammered low, goalkeeper diving and making the save. Absolute brilliant striker from Sarah, and the goalkeeper absolutely equal to that one from the AS Bolonta side.
So could it be Mari Pereira taking that corner? Set piece specialist comes into the box. Aisha has been calm since that yellow card. Plays quick. Back to Aisha. There's a foul there, but advantages the referee. Goes to the captain, Umu Awa. And now Bolonta with the advantage. Husseina to Jalo. Husseina to Jalo. Looking for Suma. Mariama Suma against Sanyang. Sanyang has to stay on her feet. Suma going forward, and it comes in again. Dimenga to the rescue. If that ball had passed, it could have been deadly for Jalo to finish it.
Yeah, absolutely. A very good attack from the AS Bolonta side. Players being so comfortable on the ball. Having Husseinatu Jallo picking up the ball as a right back. Never in a haste. Took her time. Placed the right pass. The player get into the penalty area. And once again, I talked about the timing and brilliant work of Kari Sanyang. She knew that no need to go down. No need to hustle. Just close down the space and go with the player. And low cross into the penalty area. Diminga, absolutely good timing. Dives the right time and makes the save. If that ball had gone past her, 1-0 Bolonta, because it would be an open goal.
As a player down, from the AS Bolonta's perspective, it is an incredible watch here at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. I think it's the captain who required medical treatment. Yes, it is. Umuhawa Balde, she's been exceptional on that midfield area, defending for AS Bolonta side. She should be fine to be back on her feet. It is going to be a throw to AS Bolonta. Quickly taken. It's number 14. Kulako Kamara. And Jallo is beaten. A throw for Aisha. She's always too hesitant. Sarah coming for the ball. Another throw this time for Aisha again. Just played 3 minutes to the end of the first half, excluding extra time. There has been hydration break. Berewuleng on the counter. There's a player down. Sarah is the player down, but they still continue to play. There's a foul again. Nothing, says the referee. Got a tackle from Husseinatu Jallo. Quickly taken. Jallo again. Clearing it away from the captain. So much to work on in terms of getting the opportunities. Clinical. But yeah, fair enough for both sides. Diminga plays back to Rebecca. There's a tackle again. This time it's coming from Mariam Suma. AS Bolonta. Ball through the middle to find support on that right wing for Berewuleng. Crosses too much for Sarah Jaji to connect. See some tired legs already. But yeah, it's a humid atmosphere. Jallo again, Tom. This time it's on the far right. She's looking for options. She wants to go solo, and there's a tackle. A foul on Husseinatu Jallo. Very intelligent. She was looking for support, looking for options. Couldn't get one. Opted to go solo and get a foul, get a free kick. Eventually she gets one for Jallo.
Look at her size. Young, very hungry, not in a haste, so comfortable on the ball. And wins a very, very vital free kick for AS Bolonta on the right side. And she know that with my height, I have nothing to do in the penalty area. Just let me be here and help my team defend this in case there is a counter from Berewuleng. That is why I said the technical ability and the game awareness of these girls really, really amazing.
Aju this time, but she's all alone as always. And yeah, she has that confidence to go forward. 2 minutes added on time. And ball comes into the box. Headed by Sanyang to Rebecca. Clears it, but not quite enough. AS Bolonta still looking for get the advantage. Play on, but it's a foul from Khadija too. To guess. And AS Bolonta.
Yeah, Mariam Suma and Mariam Suma.
Could be the Suma sisters.
Absolutely.
But here a set piece for Bolonta into the box. Deadly one. Suma! See what Diminga is saying to Sanyang and co. Be technically aware of these aerial balls.
Don't let them get to the end of every cross placed into the penalty area. And Diminga will not be happy that all the crosses coming into the penalty area, most of them drops on the head of an AS Bolonta player. So as a goalkeeper, you'll definitely not be happy with that.
This could be the final action. Another chance again. Diminga, very frustrated. I'm sure she has a lot of talking to do in the dressing room. Looking very, very agitated there. And see, rightly so.
Yeah, she's very right, because in football, if it gets past the strikers, the midfielders will cover for you. If it gets past the midfielders, the defenders will cover for you. If it gets past the defenders, you rely on the goalkeeper. But if it gets past the keeper, it's in the back of the net. So she will definitely not be happy that the defense line is letting AS Bolonta get a lot of shots, especially that one, the recent one in the penalty area. Not good for her.
The first shot so far went easy for Sakina Ambali. It was from Abi Sambu. It's been great midfield for Berewuleng, and there goes the whistle marking the end of the first half. Amadou, your overall assessment of the first half?
Very good half. Bolonta good on the ball, seen most of the ball. Berewuleng defensively solid, trying to release Sarah Jaju on the counter, and it has absolutely yielded few chances. Bolonta had very good chances, unable to get the goal. I think in the second half it will be different the moment substitute starts coming in, and also if Fakeba can get her girls on the ball for so long and try to connect Sarah Jaju from midfield, because in the entire first half I cannot count more than 2-3 passes that comes from the midfield straight to the foot of Sarah Jaju, unless she drops deep and picks the ball and run at defenders. So with that, she will be losing a lot of energy. She needs to stay up there, get the midfielders, get the service for her. Absolutely very good half. No goals to show for it. Let's hope goals come in the second half.
Let's hope goals come in the second half. It's been a brilliant watch so far. Brilliant first 45 minutes played. It's been Sarah Jaju up front there for Berewuleng, and of course with Jalo, the two Jalos, Aisatu and Mariam Suma as well for AS Bolonta. It ends at half time. Berewuleng nil, AS Bolonta nil.
Central referee is about to get us underway. When you look at the Edmonton Stadium here in Macau,
Welcome back to the second half of this encounter. A reminder that this is the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers match. The second match of the day, as Berewuleng will be making immediate substitution, a double substitution from Fake Basen with Mariama Cham and of course Mariama Sima, both coming on. Aisha Kales is the player to come off after getting a yellow card in the first half. Could be a tactical change for Aisha. It's a triple substitution for Berewuleng, showing how serious Coach Fake Basen is. Number 3 also coming off for Berewuleng, and that would be, of course, number 25 as well, both coming off. Aisha Kales. So 3 substitution from this Berewuleng side. Fake Basen is not wasting any minute to effect a change. Amongst them is the yellow card from Aisha. Here's Bolonta, back to where they left on. A set piece, cross comes inside the box. Berewuleng has to be very technically aware and focused. This is Jalo for AS Bolonta. Mariama Cham will be helping the midfield. Berewuleng this time. Sanyang going forward to find Khadijatu. And the pass was shot from Khadijatu. Amadou is already intensified as we left on in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely intensify, as you said, and we've seen a reaction from the Berewuleng bench, sending on the Mariama Sima, a very good player, technically good, very good on the ball, 1v1 situations, can beat past opponent and create chances for teammates. And then Mariama, of course, had a very, very good competition in the Senegal. And looking at the team, the 2 Mariamas coming in, Sima and then Mariama Cham, has absolutely added firepower to the Berewuleng thing, and the coach will hope that the trust and faith in he had in them will be replicated in this second half. So we're expecting a very good one, and Mariama Cham can be somebody who will be able to break the lines with her passes.
That is our strength, Mariama Cham. Played for the national under 20 and the senior national team as well. That addition could be very much needed from Coach Fake Basen and the technical department for Berewuleng. Well played by Sanyang. Brilliant. But it came with a prize. Throw in against her. Our referee tonight is Alima Jara from Mali, assisted by Mariam Sheddad and Marisa Goncalves Montero from Mauritania and Cape Verde respectively. Either says the fourth official from Cape Verde, from Senegal, excuse me. AS Bolonta set piece again. This time around, it is at a very advantageous position for Jalo. Left footer. Fasina Duda. Mama Sitan. And what a get from Diminga. It's in. Diminga made her effort to actually get it away. But Maria Masuma with a rebound, a follow-up just right there. And there was nothing Diminga could do from that. What a way to come back from the second half for this AS Bolonta. Amadou.
I told you in the first half they have been absolutely brilliant. They crafted chances, struck the foot of the post, struck the crossbar, and this time around they were able to find the breakthrough. The ball coming off the foot of the post. Defender trying to clear that one, but it was ended up being turned into the back of the net. And now Berewuleng have to respond. AS Bolonta, their pressure has finally paid off, and really they deserve to take the lead.
They've been pressing on, and Dominga has been doing all those saves. This one she attempted to do, punch it away, but the follow-up from Mariam Suma was beyond her control, and it gets in. Berewuleng thrilling. More pressure on the home side. AS Bolonta 1, Berewuleng 0. It's going to be another throw for Maman Sata for AS Bolonta. Looking for Mariama. And this time, Dominga again. The ball was already gone out, by the way. Dominga with a very, very fantastic grip there. Sanyang with a defensive duty. Berewuleng now trying to play quick. Gets a foul. So much physicality in this match. Mariama Cham coming on to support Abi Sambu in that middle of the pitch. As to Jabang behind that ball to deliver a promising set piece into the box. Not quite convincing, but gets charm. Mariama Sima cleared away by Jalo. A header from Jabang again. Ball through the middle. There's a foul spotted on Mariam Suma.
Yeah, looking at the way Berewuleng are trying to get back into this game, but AS Bolonta very stable at the back with the leadership of their captain in the Umu Hawa Balde. She's been so strong in the defense, and then it's now up to Berewuleng to keep piling pressure on her and her teammates.
AS Bolonta still charging on. Rashida to Jalo. Now to Aisha to Jalo. This is Husseina to Jalo on the pressure, conceding a throw to take in. On the far left could be Rebecca Mendy to play it quick. Husseina to Jalo. Again, this time she gets a through. Very, very agile. Full back for this AS Bolonta side. Jabang clears it away for Berewuleng. Usenatu again. It's been an end-to-end watch. Aisatu Sanyang on the pressure. Kadi Sanyang. A ball launch straight to Dominga. Very, very technically aware for Dominga Mendy. She wants to play it quick. Gets to Mariama Cham in the middle. Mariama Cham. She's been brought down by Kulako Kamara, who's been very, very aggressive around the center circle for AS Bolonta. Could see the combination between Aisatu Jalo, Mama Sata and Mariam Suma for this AS Bolonta side, switching positions from the middle to the left wing. Sarah Jaju now! Sarah Jaju! Too hesitant.
That should have been 1-1. Brilliant chance. She's not a striker who wastes such opportunities, but she was in a haste and smashed that one off target. But really, really an inviting opportunity that Berewuleng should have taken.
Sarah Jaju has been on the score sheet for Berewuleng throughout the season and for the national team as well. These are opportunities that she will be craving for. Berewuleng still trying to move out of their own center half. Mariama Cham, since coming on, she's been able to control that middle. And now, too late. Mariama Cham again on the receiving end. Great tackle from Mariama. You could see what she's trying to do. Wins a throw. Very, very aggressive. Extremely aware of what's coming on her. She concedes a foul on Rashida to Muamuni. It's going to be Jalo set piece. She plays it short. Jalo against Mariama Cham. Another foul conceded by Cham again. Ball played quick to Suma. This is another chance again for AS Bolonta. This time Khadija too. But Sima was very quick to recover that. And intercepted again from Berewuleng's perspective. It's going to be Bolonta's throw. AS Bolonta's Rasida to Muamuni. Looking for Jalo. Headed away. Maria Macham. Sanyang has in a touch on it. It's a throw. Another throw into AS Bolonta. Rashida to play to Mariam Jalo. Jalo wanting to play to Rashida to Aisha to Jalo. But it's going to be a quick throw from Tosima. Mariam Sima again. Mariama Sise, I meant to say, taking the throw to Mariama Jam. Deflected for another throw. Quickly taken. The ambience, the 12th man for Berewuleng is no doubt there, has been there from the first minute. And this is just what they needed. Mariama Cham for Berewuleng. Receive rounds of applause for, look at the placement of that ball on the chest.
Yeah, absolutely. Jumping at the right time, taking the ball nicely on our chest and playing the forward pass. Amazes and the cheer from the fans.
They love what they are saying. The only thing missing is the goal. But so far, Berewuleng are doing great in terms of what the fans require from them. Fantastic exhibition tonight. Great to see the quality of these women athletes on the pitch from the first match with Ufas and of course Angels Medina to the second match. It's been brilliance upon brilliance. Another one onside. This is Berewuleng's chance now. Sanyang is over the crossbar for Khadija to Drame.
How on earth did she miss that one? I told you when she was coming on that Maria Masima is the most clinical, most technical player and a very good dribbler. See when she picked up the ball in the penalty area, never in a haste, took her time, beat past the defender, and all she needed was just placement. Pick out either of the corners, but she decided to go for power and the ball ballooned over the crossbar. That should have been another goal for Berewuleng. So at least they missed two key chances. By now they should have been 2-1 up.
There should have been chances were never lacking for this Berewuleng side. Sima went above the crossbar. There's a free kick. And these are moments that perhaps when they go through their video highlight, Coach Fake Basen will have a lot of talking to do. Another set piece. This time it's for Mariam Suma. And these are very, very tricky areas. Mariam Suma, Dimenga trust a two-woman wall. That would be enough considering the position of this ball. The likes of Mariam Suma, Aissatou Jallow all inside the box. Mama Sata all inside that penalty area. AS Bolonta having another opportunity. Berewuleng on the defensive duty. Demenga for the rescue. Demenga loses her grip, but safety comes away from Sanyang. It's Berewuleng's throw. We played almost 55 minutes. It's Berewuleng 0, AS Bolonta 1 at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. A reminder that this is the second match fixture of the match day. Earlier on, Ufas leading Angels Medina by 1-0 in the first fixture. And this is the second featuring Berewuleng, who are trailing by 1 goal to AS Bolonta. Through taken by Rasida to Mariama Jallo. A player is down, play on, says the referee. Abi Sambu was the player down. Another chance. She went to the ground to kick Sanyang. This is AS Bolonta. It was too much for Mariama Suma to find the header on that one.
Very good cross, but too much for Aishatu Jallo to be able to get that one. Instead of the ball into the back of the net, it's hard getting into the net, and Berewuleng surviving there. But that was really a very good cross inside the penalty area and unable to connect there for the AS Bolonta side.
It is Berewuleng's throw. Mariama Sise will be the one to take the throw. Looking for Sarah. There's a pull on the side, but Sarah continues from the captain, Sarah Jaju. The cross goes low. Passes on to Simanao. Looking for options. Gets one. Sanyang. She is down. Play on, says the referee. AS Bolonta with another chance now. Aisa to Jallo. Jallo plays it wide. And it's a counter for Mariama Suma. Going wide. Suma looking for options. Getting closer to the box. Gets Aisa to Jallo with the strike. It's a goal kick.
She's absolutely having a very good game today. Started on the right wing, moved to the left wing, now standing as a central striker. Absolutely a very important player for this AS Bolonta side. Hard-working, very good on the ball. The only thing missing in our game is only the goal, but she's a very, very fine player.
Absolutely amazing. Aisatu Jallo has been everywhere on this pitch this afternoon. She's brilliant, very technical, and of course very smart with the runs that she makes, very aware of her own environment. She's been everywhere on this pitch. Aisatu Jallo is Bolonta forward player. Berewuleng again. This time Sarah Jaju has a chance. Sarah Jaju one-on-one. A defensive Jote comes on to rescue her again. And Sarah Jaju goes on to make a second tackle on the goalkeeper instead of the ball.
The stadium is not smiling on Berewuleng yet. They're knocking at the gate. Came close 3 times. The gate is failing to open. This time around, the AS Bolonta goalkeeper Sekina Ambali stopping Sarah Jaju's strike at goal. And the scoreline still remains 1-0 to AS Bolonta. The Guinean side really defending their solitary goal here. Berewuleng doing everything possible to get back into this one. We still have 29-30 minutes to play. But hey, it's been really an interesting one.
An amazing fixture, Amadou Tamba. No matter the outcome of the results this afternoon, credit must go to the goalkeepers. Both Sakina Ambali and Dominga Mendy. They've done so much work, so much effort, so much to keep the game on and keep the game to just 1 goal.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to defend very well. But if it is another team, they will be sitting back right now to soak the pressure from Berewuleng. But they're absolutely not doing that. They're taking the game to Berewuleng still, attacking and trying to get a second goal. Berewuleng also knowing that they cannot afford to lose this game. These groupings are very tricky. Having only 3 teams.
A counter there from AS Bolonta and Kadisanyang. Maybe on the referee's book. Yeah, she gets on there. Not tactically aware of what was going on. That ball should not have bounced in the first place. But that was a mistake from Kadisanya and gets her first booking as well.
Take it for the team, and she has taken the yellow card for the team rather than allowing the opponent to go clean on goal. 2-0 here would be very detrimental to Berewuleng. And as I was saying earlier on, the groupings where you have 3 teams, 1 being eliminated or 1 to be eliminated and 2 to qualify is very tricky. Losing your first game could be absolutely something that might haunt you in the final game. And knowing that one of the opponents is sitting and watching, really not going to be easy. So they have the chances, they're not taking them. AS Bolonta had the chances in the first half, not take them. They had the chance in the second half and taking that one and tried to defend their slender lead.
Interesting to see what Kumba Kasama will be bringing on to this Berewuleng side with her experience and phenomenal brilliance at the middle of the pitch. She's been an exceptional leader for this Berewuleng side. Also coming on with the captain for AS Bolonta, also about to get back on the pitch. The set piece comes on. It's a corner. Deminga unable to do well with that one. And there's the substitution for Berewuleng again. Number 12 will be coming off, who is Khadija to Drame, making way for Kumba Kasama.
Good sub. Kumba, an experienced midfielder, has been a very vital leader for Berewuleng on the pitch. Very good on the ball, a very good passer. She can be the catalyst to connect the midfield and the striking department. And when it comes to set pieces as well, that is...
Oh, what a goal! Direct from the corner from Maman Sata. She's been asking questions, open questions from the right wing to the left wing. No answer received so far. It took her a corner to get her goal of the day. Maman Sata scores for AS Bolonta.
That's a goal made in Guinea and delivered in the Gambia. An absolute classic of a goal. I said it earlier on and I will continue to say that women's football in Africa is in another level. Look at the technicality, the technique to wrap her foot around that ball and send it into the far corner. Berewuleng stunned by that goal. But hey, that was a world-class goal from Maman Sata Fansinaduno. An absolute brilliant goal. She has been epic in the first half on the left wing and caps up this performance with a goal. A goal of a highest magnitude.
She goes again, Maman Sata. Yeah, Tom, she's been everywhere on this pitch this afternoon for this Guinean side. AS Bolonta. Maman Sata has been playing from the right wing to the left wing. One of the forwards for this AS Bolonta side that has been very deadly up front alongside the two Mariam Samu and Suma, and Mariama Suma. Eventually, it took her a corner to get her goal, and believe me not, that would be a goal of the tournament contender right from the corner kick. There was no way Diminga could do anything about that with that ball. It's technical, it's very clinical, very effective, and very direct and accurate. She got everything right with that goal. So Berewuleng nil, AS Bolonta 2. Another attempt. This time coming from Kulaku Kamara.
This team can cause an upset in this tournament. With the way they're playing, no fear. Free-flowing attacking football. Technically good players. On the ball and off the ball, hard-working players. You look at their size, so good. And 2-0 up here against Berewuleng. Oh, AS Bolonta absolutely living their dream.
Yeah, interesting to see how it will end. But we've played 67 minutes. Berewuleng nil, AS Bolonta 2. Berewuleng still defending again. A corner. They concede. AS Bolonta is not relenting on wanting more. And Berewuleng have to be very, very defensively compact before thinking of getting a goal. They've had their share of chances this afternoon. Another chance for AS Bolonta inside the box. So many questions. Maman Sata! That could have been a second Maman Sata for AS Bolonta. Goes top over the crossbar.
So intelligent, so intelligent. She knew that it's a crowded box. All she needed to do was just to lift the ball and try to find the roof of the net. An absolute brilliant player, so intelligent, but unable to find the back of the net from that position.
Under the floodlights now at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. It's the first time games are playing here since it's banned. And after the temporal disclosure or reopening, CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers gets underway. with the first fixture featuring Ofas and Angels Medina. Mariama Kasama's first action in the game, with Mariama Cham, two very intelligent players in the middle. A throw to AS Bolonta. Khadija to Imoru, gets through the middle. Well played there from AS Bolonta, and now they find Samur Osuma Mariama. Suma. Ball inside the box, cleared away by the Bere defense. And I see the Jalo is not relenting. What a tackle from Rashida too. And now Mariama Cham have a chance. She plays it wide to find support on the left wing, but not too much pace from that Ellen Gomez on that far side of the field. Not too pacey as Mariama would have anticipated, but brilliant play from Mariama Cham through the middle and Abisambu.
Yeah, I think she made a start-stop. Had it been she tried to continue from her first run, she would be able to get to the end of that ball. But the moment she stopped, that made her find it difficult to get to the end of that one, and the ball bubbles out of touch for a throw-in.
Yes, Bolonta again playing forward in their opposition's half. They are attacking. Maman Sata from that other side. Jalo is running close by. Kumba Kasama concedes a corner. Not the call she anticipated. Tom, let's talk about the ambience, talk about the support, the Independence Stadium atmosphere this afternoon. But
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
after this corner, this time around, it's not, I guess it's Maman Sata again taking the corner. She's the set piece specialist. And Dominguez is very aware of what's coming our way this time. Jalo was the set piece taker in this instance. Sierra Jaju has been quiet in the second half. The pass is short for Mariama Cham. A tackle received. She's been fouled from another substitution. Kulako Kamara was the player fouled. Number 6 for number 18 will be Khadija to Imoru coming on for Aminata Conte. Aminata Conte is the player to come on for Khadija to Imoru. Talk about the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere has been very good from the first whistle. This is really very nice. The Scorpions Fans Club taking ownership. It's a Gambian club playing in the continental qualifiers under WAFU A for a place in the CAF Champions League proper. Now they need the support of the home base, and the Scorpions Fans Club is absolutely providing the noise here, and it's been very wonderful standing just behind the bench and really on top of their voices from the first whistle to the final whistle. The team is 2-0 down, but that did not stop them. That did not change the rhythm, and they're absolutely giving the support to these girls from now against the final whistle.
So head coach Fake Basen has been playing a 4-3-3 formation for Berewuleng side, switching in field, of course, with Ibrahima Sori, Aminata Bangura on the other end for the Guinean team. AS Bolonta playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. You have a coach in tactical ability with sport reporting ability. In terms of tactics, where do you think has been an issue?
Yeah, I think the AS Bolonta coach absolutely is getting it right in all departments. He starts with a 4-2-3-1 system. Now he's playing with a double pivot. The two are all two holding midfielders. That is, of course, Kamara and Suma, who are playing in midfield. And then Imuru, who has just been withdrawn right now, is the one playing as the number 10, just behind the striker. And looking at that, when it comes to the defensive side, Umuru will come into the middle, and then you have a 4-3-3. So they're playing a 4-2-3-1 when it comes to attack. When they lose the ball, Umuru drops into the middle, and now they have a 4-3-3 system to try and contain Berewuleng. Berewuleng are playing a 4-3-3 system with Sambu sitting as the holding midfielder. When they are in attack, it is very difficult to get Pereira and Drame closer to Sarah Jaju. That's why Sarah has been struggling to get the service from midfield to her. She has been running here and there and using a lot of energy. When she gets into the penalty area, find it very difficult to relax and pick out the back of the net. So it's really, it has worked well for AS Bolonta with the ball and without the ball. And Berewuleng could not contain the AS Bolonta side when they are without the ball. And when they get the ball, find it very difficult. It's in the second half when we saw them creating chances. 3 clear-cut chances, 2 for Sarah and 1 for Mariama Sima. That should have been at the back of the net. If they start taking those chances, it would have been difficult for AS Bolonta to come back into the game. It didn't happen. It forced Fakeba to switch, bringing on Mariama Cham, bringing on Mariama Sima, bringing on Kumba Kesama now, bringing on Mariama Sise to ensure that the team gels and click. But yet still, we are not seeing Berewuleng, the Berewuleng that we used to see in the league. I am not seeing the Berewuleng that I saw in Dakar, Senegal, and that is why they are trailing by 2-0.
Mariama for Berewuleng, and now plays to Kadisanyin from behind. She's down though, but play continues. Could be cramps. Yeah, it is. This is Kumba Kasama coming on to play it wide. Gets a throw. Mariama would require medical attention. It's been a very, very difficult match, is it?
Yeah, very difficult one. Looking at the stadium, and it's a new one. The grass absolutely very good. So you need to be at the highest level to be able to be running here and there for 90 minutes. And the game is absolutely having a very, very high tempo with AS Bolonta not relenting. They're taking the game onto Berewuleng. Berewuleng need to soak up that pressure and they need to get more numbers going forward in order to try and get a leveler. So absolutely you will see tired legs from now against the 88th minute mark. And we have not even gotten to the 88th minute mark. We are on 75 minutes and we are seeing tired legs in these players. And now a 2-goal scoreline in football is a very dangerous scoreline. The next goal in this game might determine how this game will pan out. Yeah, AS Bolonta is absolutely very comfortable with a 2-0 lead, but the next goal in this one will absolutely take us to a frantic finale of this encounter.
And now Berewuleng will introduce Anna Mendy in place of Abi Sambu, who's been the player stretched off. Abi Sambu has had a fantastic game this afternoon, right in the middle. And now it's up to Anna Mendy to finish the job.
Yeah, Abi has been a pivotal player. So brilliant with and without the ball. Understands her position very well. Top-notch midfielder in the last edition. Brilliant in the league. And absolutely, I think she even deserves a place in the cadets of Gambian women's national teams.
Sarah Jaju earlier on having a chance, forced to retreat back. And now Mariama again. A ball goes direct! And straight to the goalkeeper. But yeah, that was a brilliant idea for her to go direct. Sakina Ambali is having the game of her life for this AS Bolonta side.
Ambitious one from Mariama Sise. But Sakina really had a very good game.
Another cross comes in again inside the box. Berewuleng still looking for options. They want to get a consolation. She thinks he was from an offside position. Yeah, a wise one. It's a throw into AS Bolonta. Fakeba Sen, coach, very furious on that line. A reminder that this is the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers match. The second fixture of the day, featuring Berewuleng from the Gambia and AS Bolonta from Guinea. And it is the Guinean team leading 2-0. Talking about Bolonta now on the far right is Jalo Aisatu. Brilliant. Through the middle to find support, but deflected away from Berewuleng's defense. It is Bolonta's throw.
Yeah. They withdrew an attacking midfielder and brought in more or less a defensive midfielder, but she's not sitting, she's joining the attack to make sure they get numbers whenever they are attacking. These girls understands what the coach wants them to do, and they're really doing it here.
It's the ball from Bolonta. Mariama Sise for Bere. It's a foul for Maria Masisei. Yeah, Kumba Kasama will execute that foul as the first leg. Just to give a briefer for Astu Jabang and Kadisanyang. Been trying to send long balls deep inside. You can see what AS Bolonta is trying to do to get more bodies up front so that the play remains in their opposition's half rather than their own defense. Jalo, that energy from Jalo has always been the same. Nothing is changing from Jalo and Mama now. Mama and Sata, the pass is short, cleared, easy for Timinga. The energy from Mama and Sata and Aisa to Jalo, and of course Mariam Suma is at another level.
Absolutely, they have their tanks in full, with and without the ball. So vital for their team. When they have the ball, 1v1 situation can take on players. Without the ball, everybody knows that we have to defend. And you can see, as you said, Maman Sata and Aisha Tujalo dropping deep to help the team. Now, look at their shape. Now, they're having 3 at the back and 4 in the middle. And then you have 3 up there. They really understand what they need to do. Who stands where, who needs to go where, who needs to stop and close the space for the other. They're not playing a back 3, but in that situation, they needed 3 players at the back to ensure that they contain Berewuleng. Berewuleng having a good shape now. It's 4 at the back and then 1 in the middle. And then you have another 4 with Sarah up top there. But really, I think they're finding it very difficult to contain this AS Bolonta side.
What a pass again. This time it was intended for Aisatu Jalo, who's been at the receiving end. Each time she gets the ball, you think that she's just coming onto the pitch. Aisatu Jalo and Maman Sata. Aisatu Jalo for AS Bolonta. Sends a long ball into the box, headed by Jabang for Berewuleng to Kumba Kasama now. Plays it down. The pass was intended for Maria Macham. She gets it. Tired legs from Rasida to Muamuni. Sarah Jaju. She's been marked with no space. Another one this time around. What a save again from Sakina.
Sakina Ambali is having a game of a lifetime. And she will be proud of that performance after this 90 minutes.
Absolutely. Mariama Cham recovering. Plays back to Dominga Mendy for Berewuleng, who is under pressure. Sends it for safety. A throw ball. This time to the advantage of Rasida to Mamuni again. Into the final 9 minutes plus any additional time. It's Berewuleng 0, AS Bolonta 2. Pour le score, c'est Berewuleng à Gambie 0, AS Bolonta à Guinée 2. Il y a CAF Femme Ligue des Champions qualification au Gambie Wafou zone A. Le deuxième match pour le jour. Premier match au face enfin le Angels Medina. Il y a deuxième match pour Zourta Berewuleng avec AS Bolonta. Le stade de Independence au Gambie, Independence Stadium. It's kicking on the francophone, enjoying that broken French version. But anyway, it's into the final 8 minutes of this match. It's getting more intense with tired legs. Berewuleng still not giving up. They want to capitalize on every chance. They've had chances, Amadou. They've really had chances of their own. It would have been a different story had they had capitalized on their chances.
In football, if you have it and don't give it, you end up taking it. That's exactly what happened to Berewuleng. Yeah, they've taken the first goal. But after that goal, they had 3 glorious chances that they should have buried and could have been the end of the game. But they didn't. And conceded that glorious, magnificent goal from a corner. And now life is becoming difficult for them.
Diminga out of our zone. It's a corner. That should have been a goal kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But corner it is the final decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diminga again. You could see any time the AS Bolonta team have a ball, the question or the decision has always been to send them long.
Yeah. They absolutely had a game plan, and they are not deviating from that game plan. Send it long. We'll be able to get something out of it. They sent it long, got the first goal, and here they are.
The set piece again from the corner. This time it's from Aissatou Jallow. Ball cleared away. There's a notch from Rashida to Muamuni. And Jabang is down. The Berewuleng defender. With tired legs at this point. You said it. Not familiar with the pitch. The new pitch at Independence Stadium. But as well, the magnitude of this game, the level of this game is at another level. So much quality in this match, Amadou.
Absolutely, so much quality from both sides.
Yeah.
And none of the two teams is sitting and waiting for the opponent. It's an end-to-end stuff. So, with two amazing goals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Berewuleng, it fell to their opponents. Fortunately for AS Bolonta, it was their own.
Kumba Kasama trying to do the undoable. Amended by Kadi Sanyang for a throw-in. Yeah, could see what Coach Fakeba is trying to say. Keep the ball in, keep them forward. That's where we need the ball, outside of our own zone. Berewuleng still defending from their own center half. This time it's a throw-in. Double substitution for AS Bolonta. Number 19 and number 4 coming on for number 20 and 14. And that would be Aissatou Jallow and Sekina, Kuluka Kamara. Aissatou Jallow finally being substituted off with Kuluka Kamara, the midfielder, for the number 19, Aminata Toure, and number 4, Aminata Bari. So Aminata Bari and Aminata Toure for Aissatou Jallow and Kuluka Kamara. Berewuleng on the counter, Tom. This is Kumba Kasama. Yeah, talk to us about Aissatou's performance.
Yeah, they've done their part, and it's just 4 minutes to the 90 minutes plus any amount to be added on. So they need to be rested towards the next game, only avoiding defeat in the next game, and they're into the next round. Aissatou has been brilliant for this AS Bolonta side. So pacey, so intelligent, very good footwork, never fear. Took on the opponents in 1v1 situation. Defensively, she drops down to help her team. This has been a brilliant performance for her.
Indeed. And just before the match resumes, there's a player down requiring medical attention, treatment. It's number 15, Mariam Suma. Tired legs at this moment. Mariam Assise for Berewuleng to continue playing. That is where the coach would want the ball to be, up front. It's a corner for Berewuleng. Kumba Kasama, yeah, that's my guess, would be the one to take. She's been a set piece specialist for Berewuleng, but also the fact that she came on as a substitute with fresher legs, that they already tired legs from the rest. A chance for Sarah Jaju and the likes. Kumba Kasama. Too short. Sarah Jaju with a chance. Sarah looking for the space. So many bodies. I think the second half talk has been about Sarah Jaju for AS Bolonta's perspective, Amadou.
Yeah, they know she has the pace. She can absolutely cut them on away if they give him the space and the chance in the penalty area. And it happened in the first half. They are not letting it happen in the second half unless they falter with the way they're defending. But absolutely, they're not letting Sarah have any other opportunity by the first two chances that she had in this second period. So they are trying to close all the details. You could see there, she was trying to prepare herself, getting herself ready to take a shot away. And of course, they blocked that one and walked it out of defense. So they have the solution to her.
Here's Bolonta. She goes direct. It's a goal kick. Or rather, a moving ball. And the official has asked for a retake. Yeah, one would have thought AS Bolonta would be taking their time and not hesitant. But it appears each time they have a dead ball, they want to play quick.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not changing anything. They still want more goals. You know, as I said earlier on, it's a group where you have 3 teams. So goals at the end of the day will count. So they score 2. They're not getting enough of that. If they can get 3, 4, they will go for it, knowing that they have a game to play and they don't know what will happen in the last game.
Demenga plays quick to Jabang, who sends a long one for Berewuleng. Kumba Kasama to Mariama Sise. Sise plays it short. Yes, Bolonta recovers, but not quite effective. Great ambience, great atmosphere. So great to be back here at the Independence Stadium, feeling alive again. After years of ban, kudos to all stakeholders involved in the renovation of the Independence Stadium, bringing live football matches here again. We hope to see the Gambia senior national team play on here with all stands filled to its capacity. This is the Wafu CAF Champions League qualifiers, Wafu Zone A match, second match of the day, featuring Berewuleng and AS Bolonta. Diminga to the rescue again. Into 5 minutes additional time now, Amadou. Berewuleng have 5 more minutes to score a goal or 2, or see themselves getting defeat as the campaign start of the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. And Sekina Ambali is not relenting. A foul again conceded by Berewuleng. Frustrations over the players.
This team is really going to be the dark horses of this tournament. A lot of people might have known the Eagles de la Medina, who's first the champions of last edition. Berewuleng were there in the last edition. Determined Girls were there in the last edition. Mogbemo Queens were not there, but some of their players were there. But a big but, everybody watching from Wafu A and beyond needs to be very wary of this AS Bolonta side. These girls absolutely very good on the ball and have the energy to work hard without the ball, and they scored 2 very good goals here. And as of now, they're yet to take a reply, but this team is really a team that needs to be watched.
Berewuleng's forward not connecting since the second half. Sierra Jaju not getting the services needed. Too easy way to consider through. Into the 5 minutes added on time. It's Berewuleng 0, AS Bolonta 2. Another throw to Bolonta with Rasida 2. Rasida 2 to Maman Sata. To Conte. Dispossessed by Maria Macham now. To Kumba Kasama for Berewuleng. Kasama trying to switch play, but the pass wasn't effective. Ball in the middle. Maria Macham for Berewuleng. Plays it to Kumba Kasama. Kasama trying to play it forward, but intercepted by the captain of AS Bolonta, Balde. Ball played through the middle to Conte. Not effective again. Berewuleng now trying to play wide. Ellen Gomez. Good recovery from Bolonta's number 2, Mariam Jallo. Well played there by Aminata Toure for Bolonta. Aminata Toure finds support on the left side. Maman Sata. Kumba Kasama with a recovery. And Captain Balde sends it away for a throw. She's been an exceptional leader for this AS Bolonta side. Captain Umu Hawa Balde. Tired, you could see, but still carrying on with the team.
Yeah, absolutely. She has put in a lot of work, and now you could see tiredness creeping in. But still now, she's not done. She's continuing to push, knowing that she only got 2 minutes or so to go home with the maximum points and a clean sheet.
Berewuleng gets a free kick through Maria Macham, who's been brought down. A position that will be appreciated by Kumba Kasama, set piece specialist, and you could see what AS Bolonta are doing. All bodies behind the ball except for Conte for the possible counter. Aminata Toure, pardon me. She's been asked to retreat. Defending more important at this stage for head coach Ibrahim Asori. Aminata Bangura. Kumba Kasama set piece could possibly be the final action of the game for Berewuleng. Berewuleng, Kumba Kasama go straight and direct. The pace behind that ball too much for Bere to get a goal.
She's very good in set pieces, but that one not at where Berewuleng would expect it to be. And this was what I was expecting them to be crafting in the first half, because Mary Pereira is a very good dead ball specialist, and they were unable to grab that opportunity. Kumba is another dead ball specialist, but that one not as she and Berewuleng might have expected.
These are possible mistakes that Bere have to avoid. 2 goals coming from a set piece, 1 from a corner. Toure Aminata now going solo. Aminata against Berewuleng's defense. Intercepted by Jabang. Good recovery to find help. And there goes the final whistle. Amadou Tamba, Berewuleng's first game of the campaign, trailing 2 goals to nil to AS Bolonta.
It has been a very difficult game for both sides. AS Bolonta came in, never relent, no fear, played free attacking football, were able to get the goal in the second half after a goalless first half, and the second goal from a corner was absolutely what took everyone here by surprise, lifting the ball into the far corner and keeping it there with the scoreline at 2-0, and never relented, never sat back, kept pushing forward in search of more goals, but were unable to add to that scoreline. Berewuleng, on the other hand, will be looking at themselves, kicking at themselves, looking at the chances that they have in this game. 3 clear-cut chances that they should have taken, but unable to capitalize on that one. They will be disappointed with the manner in which they lose this game, but they have a game more to go that they need to win to be able to find their way into the next round, judging by the performance or the result between AS Bolonta and Mogbemo Queens.
Indeed, Amadou Tamba, it's been an exceptional match day for this AS Bolonta side and Berewuleng. It ends Berewuleng 0, AS Bolonta 2 at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. And now we will go to the post-match, proceedings before we continue. The woman of the match, Maman Sata, has been awarded the woman of the match for this fixture between Berewuleng and AS Bolonta.
Mademoiselle, qu'est-ce que vous ressentez après avoir été choisie comme meilleure joueuse de ce match-là?
Bon, je suis contente. Comme c'est ma première fois d'être meilleure joueuse de ce tournoi pareil, je tiens à remercier mes coachs et mes coéquipiers qui ont fait l'effort. Bon, je dédie le trophée là à coach Malo, que son âme repose en paix. Merci beaucoup.
Le coach? We start with
look at the game overall, the girls played, but they lost all their chances. So football is all about chances. You have your chances, you blow them. Your opponent have their chances, and they capitalize on it and punish you. So that's football. So all we need is to go back and then work towards our next game, because we still have a chance to make it to the semi-finals. That's how we came to play today. Because if you look at the team, they are playing with the ball, but every team has its own formation. As coaches, when you are out with the games, you review your research and see the way things played. So if you saw certain things, you also have a plan to see how best you can overcome their plans.
Yes. Coach, coming into the first half, with those long balls, trying to chase the ball up from there, and knowing fully well that their defenders were tougher, and of course looking at their players, height-wise also they were more physical. Don't you think that would have also cost you the game today?
Yeah, after looking at the way the game was played in the first half, the second half, when we go back to the dressing room, we try to communicate to them for them to hold the ball and play. You know, sometimes it's difficult in certain situations to change a style of play.
Well, Coach, what doesn't work for Berewuleng in the second half? Because, like you said, in the first half, at least you tried to contain them. Despite, I want to believe your substitution paid dividends. They came, at least they adjusted the team, but we could not see the goals we are expecting from Sarah and Helen and other strikers.
Yeah, as I said, the early goal that we conceded in the second half, that also contributed to the moral of the players. So before we settled, we considered another goal. So that's what made things difficult for us. And I believe we still need to go and then work towards the one.
Coach, your last championship in Senegal you did very well. You invited several players of Nimasane, Awakedavo, Padesh Jallo, and Ivana. But then we haven't seen it. We haven't seen them to this What happened?
Actually, I don't want to talk about it right now.
Many expected that we were going to start very instrumental when she came with Mariama Sima and then Mariama Chan, seeing a little bit of change here and there, holding the ball, moving forward. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, their coming was a very good one. Football is also form, as we have been training for quite a long time. And as coaches, a player can prove to you during training that she is supposed to start. At the end of the day, you come to game, you will have the best of the player. It happened in the field of play. So that's what happened. And then when you look at the players, those are the ones that started the game, they were doing very, very good. It's just that sometimes what you saw at the training and what will reflect in the game sometimes is different.
So, how do you have information? How do you have information about your opponent? Like in today's game, we can see that manifested in the first half. Maybe to me it was maybe perhaps lack of knowledge, or perhaps you don't have the opportunity to see them play. Do you have the opportunity to watch the next opponent you're going to have and see their style of play?
Which one exactly? The one that we played or?
Maybe both the two teams. You're going to play two games.
Yes.
Are you prepared to see both teams play?
Yeah, it will be because if you look at the movie twins, we only have two video when it comes to their games. Those are the ones that we are going to capitalize on to be able to know what to do, how to attack them when it comes to our next game.
Do you believe Berewuleng's practice after losing 3 points without a consolation?
It's very possible. It's very possible.
Well, Coach, before coming to this gym in your camp, we are made to understand several of the players and that of the coaching staff suffer from malaria. Does it in any way affected their performance today?
It also counts Yeah, it was okay because I can see most of the players suffered from malaria. That's something that also I can say also contributed. Yeah, and also the players, some of them did not rest very well, especially in our last 3 days because of the issue of accommodation and so on. We were moving from one place to another.
Why the issue of accommodation?
The issue of accommodation is because we were lodged at good project. We felt we need to move to a better hotel.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck in your upcoming game. That's the end of the post-match press conference for Berewuleng. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Ça? Ok. Parle de ça. C'est bon? Ah, tout ça va? Attention, c'est tombé, il y a un qui est tombé.
Thank you, colleagues. We have the head coach of AS Bolonta, Sekou Traore, following their 2-0 success over Berewuleng. We have a translator who is going to translate for the coach. Coach, how do you feel after opening your account with a convincing 2-0 win?
Ok, merci tout d'abord de m'offrir cette opportunité. Eh bien, mes sentiments sont des sentiments de satisfaction.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity. I'm really satisfied of the outcome.
Parce que je m'étais fixé avec les filles pour cette première rencontre de sortir avec une victoire, chose qui est faite. Donc, je ne peux qu'être satisfait et encourager les filles.
For having gone out with the girls at this stage, I must have to show my happiness.
Okay, now we'll open the floor for questions. If you want to ask a question, you just raise up your hand and I'll give you the floor.
Goals that come for you in the second half, or was so difficult for you to make a mark during the first half?
Pourquoi vous avez attendu à la deuxième mi-temps pour pouvoir vous montrer? Pourquoi pas à la première mi-temps?
Eh bien, c'était l'objectif en première mi-temps, mais bon, c'est des filles qui sont à leur première participation.
That was an objective. I gave to myself. These are girls who just participated for the first time.
Donc, elles étaient un peu crispées en première période, chose que je leur ai fait comprendre à la pause. Il fallait qu'elles se
débarrasse un peu de cette anxiété pour pouvoir donner le meilleur d'elle-même en seconde période.
For a start, I mean, first I was not really at ease due to the fact that, I mean, they are all beginners. But with time, I gave them more confidence to stand, I mean, the game.
Et vous l'avez vu, quand ils sont venus en seconde période, ils ont donné le maximum et on a dit de prendre des risques, ne pas être trop esclave du système, et ça a porté fruit.
And you have seen, I mean, during the second half, I mean, it paid dividend because they were able to play, I mean, as expected.
Donc, je ne peux que les féliciter.
I only have to, I mean, congratulate them.
Okay, Yaro.
Coach, congratulations for that victory.
Merci.
And what must have you put into the guns coming in the second half? Because we've seen them, they were more aggressive in the second half of the game, and of course they were more chasing of the comeback.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez pu mettre à la tête des joueurs, surtout en deuxième mi-temps? Elles ont été beaucoup plus agressives.
Eh bien, c'était la consigne, comme je l'ai dit, depuis la première période, parce qu'on a préparé le match comme ça, puisque j'ai eu l'opportunité de visionner quelques matchs de Berewuleng lors des différentes compétitions, surtout la précédente Championship Women League.
That was the plan. I mean, I said to myself, I mean, because I was opportune to see Berewuleng play, especially in the previous edition.
Donc je savais que c'est une équipe joueuse, donc il ne fallait pas leur donner assez de temps. C'est pourquoi en seconde période, on a dit il faut mettre de l'impact, de l'agressivité pour pouvoir récupérer les ballons vite et faire des transitions rapides.
So I knew, because I learned to know about the team, that's why I had to ask my guys to be a little bit aggressive and have more impact during the second half.
Et elles ont compris, ça a porté fruit.
And they understood and they paid dividend.
Merci.
Jiba.
Quel est l'objectif de venir à ce championnat?
Eh bien, on s'est dit c'est notre première participation, mais on va essayer d'écrire notre histoire. Donc on est venu pour cela.
It is our first participation, but we're going to try and write history.
Donc l'objectif c'est de prendre d'abord les matchs les uns après les autres, et si on se retrouve dans le dernier carré, c'est viser carrément les qualifications pour la phase de poule.
Participate and take match after match, and if we are able to be in the last four, then we also, I mean, try our best.
Donc nous travaillons pour cela et nous pensons que ça va, la chance sera de notre côté.
We working towards that, and we believe, I mean, luck will be on our side. Comme vous avez vu les deux filles qui ont marqué les deux buts, quelle a été la stratégie que vous avez pu utiliser pour sceller la victoire?
Premièrement, c'est des filles que je connais parce que je les ai depuis la catégorie des U17 et elles sont avec moi en U20.
These are girls I know since they are under 17, and I've been working with them for some time now.
Donc,
U20.
Donc je sais de quoi elles sont capables et je leur ai dit de prendre des initiatives en seconde période parce que quand ça marche chez elles, elles peuvent nous apporter quelque chose. Et c'est ce qu'elles ont pris la décision d'aller en seconde période et ça porte fruit à leur niveau.
So I know what they are capable of doing. That's why I asked them to take more initiative during the second half.
Donc c'est un peu ça. C'est des filles qui ont de la qualité, mais c'est des enfants. Il faut les manager, il faut savoir les manager pour qu'elles puissent donner le meilleur d'elles-mêmes. C'est ce que j'ai fait individuellement après la consigne à la pause. Je les ai pris à deux, on a parlé ensuite en seconde période. Elles ont tout donné.
It's a bit like that, but these are girls who have qualities, and by talking to them, I mean, gradually they're able to, I mean, do the task, I mean, as expected. Le contexte environnemental, est-ce que ça a pu avoir des effets sur nos joueurs?
Eh bien, je vous dirais oui, parce que C'est la raison pour laquelle on a pris le devant, parce que nous sommes venus il y a un peu longtemps. L'administration du club a mis tout à notre disposition afin qu'on soit là. On est là depuis, je crois, le 19. Et cela nous a permis de nous acclimater un peu, parce qu'on a constaté qu'ici, le climat change d'un moment à un autre. Donc, c'est la raison pour laquelle on est venu très tôt pour pouvoir un peu s'acclimater avant le début de la compétition.
Environmental issue you are talking about. That's why we were able to talk to our administrators over there for us to be able to arrive here earlier and start working and start to acclimatize ourselves to the weather.
Coach, a 2-0 win away from home in the opener game this stage. How confident are you now with the result this year?
Avec les débuts d'avance, où est-ce que vous comptez aller maintenant?
Eh bien, c'est ce que j'ai dit tout à l'heure. Moi, je prends les matchs les uns après les autres. On a joué cette première rencontre. On va préparer la seconde rencontre de la même manière qu'on a préparé cette rencontre pour pouvoir au moins engranger un point. Ne serait-ce qu'un point en seconde. Lors de la seconde rencontre, je pense que cela est suffisant.
That's what I said earlier. I'm taking match for match. So now, as you have seen with the second match, if one is able to grab a point, then it will help to reach part of our objective.
Mais par contre, lors de cette rencontre, s'il y a de la place pour gagner le match, on va chercher à la gagner pour se mettre à l'abri.
And if there's an opportunity to win the match, they will also take the opportunity to definitely so that they can access to a better level.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations again, and good luck in the next game. That's the end of the press conference. Thank you, colleagues.
Merci. Merci bien, Raj.
Félicitations.